I was listening to a so-called feminist comedian back when people were smoking everywhere. And here's the joke she told. She's on one of her new relationships. They're away for a weekend for the first time. Guy walks into a hotel room with her and says, honey, where are the ashtrays? Like, I don't know. I just opened the door like you did. Why should I know? But that's how it goes. I'm going to talk today about weaponized incompetence. I don't know. You do it. Which, yes, I'm going to give it to you. Heteronormative women will complain endlessly about their heteronormative men playing a card. You're not incompetent at work. What are you doing? You don't know where the Tupperware is in the kitchen? You've lived here for 10 years. Look, there is a millennials old entitlement. Before women entered the workforce, which is historically relatively new, the men went off and fought dragons all day and came home and where's my slippers? Where's my pipe? Where's my martini? Take care of me so that I can rest and be nurtured and go back out there tomorrow and operate at the highest level possible. I wrote about this as a young social work student. That was my thesis. Marriage, it's less so now, but still benefits men and is at the detriment of women, heterosexual. Women carry symptoms for men. And what's going on? Well, back when the socioeconomic status of the family was dependent on the socioeconomic status of the man, it was in everyone's interest that the woman do whatever she could to keep the man at the highest level of functioning possible. So here, honey, here are your slippers, here's your martini. And by the way, I'll express anxiety. You don't have to. I'll get depressed. You don't have to. And I'll carry symptoms for you as well as make you dinner. But those days are long gone. Sorry, guys. Someone once summarized RLT as women have had a revolution and now men have to deal with it. Well, how are we doing? Look, these are hard privileges to let go. My heart goes out to you. I like being taken care of. But those days are gone. And you know what? Well, it takes some getting used to. We're all better off. Research is clear. Egalitarian marriages, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but this is research. Egalitarian marriages breed happier, more satisfied people, less psychological symptoms, better physical health than traditional hierarchical ones. Traditional hierarchical ones, what does that mean? It means that men are taken care of. Sorry. Now we take care of one another. Is that so terrible? I don't think so. A lot of women complain about so-called soft men. Robert Bly wrote about this 20 years ago. Men have open hearts. They're connected to their feelings. They're sensitive. They're sweethearts, but they ain't manly. No aggression, and often is some incompetence. A lot of young men in particular have upped the game of emotion and relationality at the cost of being less assertive and competent in the world, in the bedroom. It's an open secret that a lot of heterosexual women like strong, dominant men in bed. That's not to say that you get to bully and dominate them about how you handle your kids in conversations around the dining room table. You have to be flexible. That's okay. You won't die. So there are times to be strong and assertive. There are times to be yielding and sensitive. And the art is knowing which moment is which. Being adaptable. Adaptability is a core cornerstone of mental health, dealing with what's in front of you. And that means being sensitive and assertive, both. It means being able to handle yourself and take care of yourself, and also stepping down and opening up your heart and sharing your vulnerability. Both. Wholeness, not a split down the middle. I don't want sensitive, incompetent men. I want whole human beings on all sides. Sexy, smart, competent, aggressive in a healthy way, assertive, and loving men, women, and non-binary folks. We all deserve all of it. Traditional gender roles corrals us into one side or the other side. Women are accommodating but not powerful. Well, feminism has been working on that for 50 years. A lot of women step into being powerful but no longer so loving. I call that individual empowerment, a favorite for individual therapists to cheer their people into. No, relational empowerment, how to be strong and loving at the same time, how to empower your partner to give you what you want while you're assertively fighting for what you want. Loving and powerful. Loving and powerful is beyond what you learned in your family growing up. Your mom did not have that option. It was either accommodate or fight. Loving assertion moves beyond traditional gender roles for both men, women, and all gender. Loving and asserting. This is what I want. What can I give you to help empower you to give it to me? Who sounds like that? Honey, where are the ashtrays? As if I should know, my love. Look, 1,000 years of traditional gender arrangement doesn't fall off the truck overnight. Look around, read the paper. A traditional patriarchy is making a virulent resurgence in America and around the world, but we can do better. We can do better. Intimacy does not rest on men being taken care of. Intimacy is the sharing of two freestanding individuals who choose to be vulnerable to each other, be honest with each other, be assertive with each other, and ultimately support each other. Two freestanding individual. Do I expect you to pick up my socks for me? No. I wish you would. There's a part of me that grieves not having a wife mother who does everything for me, but doesn't grieve it so much that I lose track of the consequences of that role for you. It is in my interest that you feel empowered and respected and good. It is in my interest to stand up and be both connected, vulnerable when it's appropriate, but not so vulnerable that I'm asking you to be my mother and not my wife. Times have changed. It's an adjustment, but we can do it. I want men to be powerful and connected and sensitive all at the same time. Being feelingful, sensitive, open-hearted does not give you the right to combine all that with traditional masculine entitlement. If you're going to move beyond the traditional role, move beyond all of it, not half of it. Open your heart and come into your long-term relationship as an equal amongst equals. You will be happier and your family will be happier with you. Learn to be what I call a family man. Decenter your needs. Speak up for your needs, but also show up for the needs of the people you live with. You'll be healthier, you'll be physically healthier, you'll be happier and closer to them, and they will be to you. This is Terry Real, the founder of Relational Life Therapy. If you found this at all helpful, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel below and hear even more sage advice from an old guy who's been around the block. Take care.